And now back to Creekside Sports with Daniel Shirley and Steve Norris.
Welcome back. Daniel Shirley, Steve Norris alongside. We're joined by Alex Wall, the president of the Mayhem. How are you doing?
Got it. I'm good.
Nice to meet you. Hold on. Let me turn your mic on. Sorry about that.
That'd be good.
All good.
Sorry about that. Well, we had a little bit of a buzz in the board, and we were getting it fixed, and that threw me off. So how are you? It's good to see you.
The buzz on the board, hopefully like the buzz around town with the Mayhem starting tomorrow night.
And we want a lot of buzzers. You want with the buzzer going off with a lot of goals.
We hope, absolutely. Yeah, we got a fresh new goal song and an entire new goal sequence. So, yeah, we're ready to hopefully play that a lot tomorrow night.
There you go. And I think Charles is doing Charles Davis did the voiceover for the
obviously. Yeah, we're excited. I just saw it last night with the lights off 12:30 in the morning, doing some run throughs. So Charles was great. It sounds awesome, and I think people know right away. But it's cool. It adds a personal, nice touch, into what we're doing and kick off our games and get our guys excited and the fans excited, and we're excited about unveiling it for sure. Yeah,
we're really excited. First game tomorrow night, 6 o'clock against Birmingham.
Yep.
So what can folks expect to see different from you guys with pretty much – it's almost like you've restarted the franchise.
Yeah, it feels the team's been around. This is the 10th season of Mayhem hockey, but it really does feel like a completely new team. I think in terms of new things, you're talking on and off ice product. On the ice, Dave Chinichny, our new head coach, brings an entirely different style of hockey that we haven't been used to. Wouldn't use the word dirty hockey. I would just use edgy hockey, right? You want to be a tough team to play against, and you want to set the tone, and you want people to feel you when they've come to your building and know that they're in for a rude awakening when they come to Macon. And so on the ice, I think the product's going to improve quite a bit, and excited to see how that team kind of comes together. There's a lot of moving pieces in this league with players and such. And then off the ice, we've put a ton of work in. With the game show, just making an experience for you. So when you come to the game, it's the lights and the sound and what you see on the video board and the quality of the video and all the things that get you up and moving. During the games. Obviously, I'm a hockey guy. Hockey's important, but win or lose the game, we want you to have a good time and come back. And so a lot of that revolves around the experience that you have while you're there.
That's important too, right? I mean, pretty much any sport, it's important that obviously you want to win, but you got to enjoy the experience.
Yeah, I think in professional sport, major league sport, you're a lifelong fan of that team, and the players really well. And minor league sport's a little different in the fact that a lot of times this is people's first intro to hockey. Our players, like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces, so you never really know who's on the roster. So our fans will gravitate toward guys, but unfortunately, when they start playing well, a lot of times that means they're getting called up to the next level.
Right.
And so it's important that people come out, and a lot of times they don't know what to expect at their first hockey game, and it's our job to entertain them, teach them the game a little bit, and hopefully they want to come back and come back multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah, no doubt. Alex Wall's joining us here on the show. I mean, it's great for you to be here. Tell us a little bit about the roster. Who are some guys who maybe fans should keep an eye on? Obviously, you want everybody to play well, but who are some of the guys who you say, okay, these are our leaders?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the good thing for Dave is he wanted to establish a culture here right away. And, there were a lot of guys that wanted to come back from last year, and Dave's kind of trimmed that up a little bit. So you've got guys like Alex LaPlante, Jake Goldowski, Jarrett Cupp, returners from last year who are kind of setting the tone in that room, and guys that have been there, played at higher levels, and want to come down and establish something special here. And so, it's a lot of those guys who we lean on to kind of help to build that culture.
Right.
But for fans that have been here for a couple years, guys like that are exciting to watch. In Cup, you've got a puck-moving defenseman who can really get the rush started for you. And then, LaPlante was the rookie leader in goals last year, and we're returning him. And so it's a nice mix. A lot of the new free agents and fresh guys that are in are going to bring a little bit of an edge to what we're doing and just kind of solidify the style of hockey that Dave wants to play here.
Do any of the guys have jobs outside of hockey, or are they 100% dedicated to playing?
It's interesting where, the minor league hockey system is about 6 to 7 months long when you think, October through April and the train and the grind that goes into it. But a lot of these guys aren't making much playing minor league hockey, and it's for the dream of hoping to continue to play professional hockey. And the pay discrepancy between, a league like this and the ECHL and the American League is so vast that guys are pushing every night and giving everything they can. But a lot of guys in our league, you'll see them, they'll go home, they'll have jobs, over the summer, or when they go home, in April or May time frame. And usually they're working at a local ice rink because they want to get on the ice there,
Right,
or they're
right.
working construction to work the muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these guys will go home for 4 or 5 months at a time and train, and they'll work some side jobs there, and then they'll come back refreshed and ready to go.
How's the reception been? Because I know there is a strong, loyal Mayhem base of fans, right? I mean, you could see it when you go to the games, and you see it when you're around town and stuff. But when you weren't here, but we were here when they won that championship, it was a big deal, and people loved it. So how's that been?
It's been great. When we decided to do this and take this team over, there were a lot of factors that played into that decision. One of them, obviously, being the games before here and understanding, just like you said, there's such a passionate fan base that exists here. We just don't have enough of those people yet.
Right.
But the people that are here are loud and extremely excited about what's going on. And, win or lose, they want to support their team. But to your point, I think, 2017, when that championship was here in Macon, I think the team depended a lot on the hockey to help drive the attendance. And so, I think that's important twofold. One is entertain people, like I said, and we're working with local schools on programs to get new families in the door for the first time. But if you can have an exciting product on the ice, it's going to sell too. So, that's why I think, when we decided to bring in a new coach and kind of shift the culture downstairs as well, we want to bring a winning product both on and off the ice, and that'll help, contribute to attendance. So, that's the goal. We want to build it. It's going to be a little bit of a process. It's not an overnight thing.
Sure.
You don't go
Right.
from, 1,000 fans to 5,000 in one season. But at the end of the day, we just want to put in the right processes to be successful and start moving the needle forward.
And first 2 games are at home. You guys play tomorrow night against Birmingham at 6. And then next Friday, actually, the first 3 games are home,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Next Friday and Saturday against Fayetteville. So that'll be really exciting.
Absolutely.
To see that.
Yeah. We the building's got an interesting schedule. We start the first 3 at home, and then we're off most of the month of November on the road, and then we'll come back towards the end. But it's exciting for us. Myself and Chuck Norris, our majority owner, also operate the team in Fayetteville. So the team or the league didn't wait long to pin those 2 teams against each other. And I know there's a large contingent of fans that'll come from Fayetteville for those games. But yeah, opening night Saturday, and then actually really cool. The next Friday and Saturday is UGA hockey weekend. So we've got Georgia's club hockey team coming to play a couple games against Delaware, and visit Macon's on top of that for us. And so it's 4 games in 2 nights, which is pretty cool. And then we're doing a tailgate experience, like an ultimate tailgate party in between our game and the UGA game. And UGA's got no football next weekend, so we figured bring the tailgate to the Coliseum, and it should be an exciting weekend and an exciting first 3 games to start the season at home.
Perfect timing, yeah.
So I went to high school in Upper Michigan. My dad was a pilot in the Air Force. I'm a Southern boy at heart.
Okay.
But I'm picking up a Northern accent from you. Are you from?
It's funny,
Where are you from? And where, did you play hockey in high school?
Probably most surprising of the conversation. I did play hockey in high school. I'm from Tampa, Florida, originally. So
Well, they do play hockey there.
they do play a little bit of hockey now. But it's cool, and I think that's why I'm in hockey now, and I'm so passionate about it. My family's had season tickets for the Lightning since they started in '92. And, so it was important, and kids were, the Lightning won the Stanley Cup in the early 2000s, and everybody wanted to get their kids into hockey, and it was like the fresh new thing.
Yeah.
And seeing kind of the grassroots efforts and how quickly that expanded, I think that in the back of my mind, it was always like, wow, this is something special and something really cool that people can gravitate to. And so when I went to school, I played hockey growing up, and as much as I could down there. It started with a roller hockey, and then you transition. Eventually, there's an ice sheet there, and you start playing ice hockey, but just decided I wanted to work in it and create that for people, and that's what we did. But it's funny, my wife will say, when I'm in and around hockey, I spent like the better part of 6-7 years in Canada for hockey camps when I was growing up, and so when you're there, you kind of adapt and evolve, and your
See, I
your
knew,
lingo changes a little bit, and
I
so
knew there had to be some variable there.
in and around hockey, dealing with a lot of individuals from up that way, and so your dialect changes a little bit. But
Look, I get it. Same thing happened to me. I went 2 years to graduate high school up there, and when I moved back to Georgia, my friends down here were like, "Man, you sound like a Yankee now."
right, yeah. Why do you talk like that? Doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you just get around that accent. You pick it up. You moved to England for 10 years. You're going to pick up a Cockney accent, so.
I think for me, being in hockey and hopefully for the majority of my life, it's just always going to be a part of me, and it feels like home for me, which is great.
So when you guys play Fayetteville, like you said, y'all run that team and this team.
Yep.
Do you have the split sweaters like you see the families in the games?
It's crazy. I told Chuck, you got Donna Kelsey wearing the two sides. But,
right. Right.
I've talked about doing them, and we thought about selling them, and then I thought about it. I was like, well, fans in both markets don't care about both markets.
You're going to upset both fan bases.
100%. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
and that's just
Backfired.
the crux. That's the crux of it. You never make anybody happy. But yeah, no, I think it's cool. The league's put in a lot of policies to make sure that there's no competitive advantage there. Obviously, for us, it's really about creating a demand in the market and establishing something that both markets can be proud of. And winning is important. It's not at the priority right now. Right now it's building both teams and building a fan base and establishing the culture. We just redid the locker rooms downstairs here at the Coliseum. There's a lot that goes into it. Brand new jerseys we just unveiled at our season ticket holder event on Wednesday night. They look really sharp, and they're on social media now, and we'll have them starting at the games. But it's like it's probably like which kid's your favorite. So I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna feel yet. I think the short answer is hopefully every team that plays at home wins, so the fans get to see the game at home and see
Right.
their team win. But it'll be fun. I guess we got double the chance of winning a championship now, which is cool. But
there you go.
The new logos and the branding are nice.
Thank you.
Whoever did that, it deserves a raise because they look really good.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time working through those. It's actually a designer. We put it on when we released the logos. It's a guy named Jason that did them for us. But our owner Chuck, our majority owner, he's involved in everything. I mean, the brand and the look, it's our baby, so it's important, and it's going to hopefully be there for decades to come. And so yeah, a lot of time and energy and effort went into it, but we needed a fresh start. I think when you go and take over a team, the first thing people ask is, are you going to change the name? Like what's going on with it? And so we did our research. We didn't feel like the Mayhem brand, at least the namesake in the community, was a negative connotation. We thought people were excited about it. We just didn't think enough people knew about it.
Right.
And we loved it. So, but we were in need of a fresh kind of restart, and that's why we decided to go with something a little bit cleaner, a little bit more fierce, and like I said, the jerseys show for it, and hopefully it's something that fans are proud of, and people are rocking around the community for decades to come.
It looks good. It really does look good.
Yeah, and just for clarity to anyone listening out there, and you're just now learning about the all the changes. It's not Walker Texas Ranger Chuck Norris. That's the owner.
I think he'd probably tell you he was tougher than that guy, and, but that guy's about 90 years old right now, so I think he could probably take him at this point. But yeah,
Maybe.
No, Chuck Norris, our majority owner, he former U.S. paratrooper, had served in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and just a lifelong hockey fan from Detroit, Michigan, and wanted to be around it as much as he could, and found himself one way or another in minor league hockey, and now we've kind of built a process, and we love what we do and giving experiences back to fans. And a lot of times it's, like I said earlier, people that are getting their first time in hockey or their first experience. And there's nothing cooler, I think, for us to help start that journey for them and teach them a new game. And then you see them come back and you see them in a T-shirt, or you see them learning the rules, and
Right.
Or you see their kids on the ice after. We've got post-game skates every Saturday night. We've got a program called Mini Mayhem where our coaches and players run youth clinics throughout the season for kids, whether it's your first time on the ice or you're trying to get some more developed skills. So it's a lot of fun. It's fun to be a part of, and we're glad to be here for sure.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're really excited to see the team get back to what it was and being a big part of the community. Alex, thanks for being here, and we'd love to have you on again soon.
Absolutely.
So,
Happy
thanks,
to be
man.
here.
yeah, great stuff. Alex Wall with the Mayhem. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk. Chad Bishop will join us.